Woman, woman, woman. Come on, Selena Johnson. Come through. Anyway, this is Braxton Family Value Shows, episode 4, and I believe this episode was called Law and Order. One of my mom's favorite shows. Okay, what are we going to talk about? It's a very interesting episode. It's going to get real ugly with the Braxton sisters, unfortunately, and it's just rough. My first question is, where is Tamar? Have anybody seen Tamar? 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 Where is Tamar? Ain't nobody seen Tamar. Tamar ducking and hiding, and like it's like that's the kid that's getting ready to get a whooping, and they run and hide in the bathroom and lock the door and jump in the tub and pull the curtain back. It's like, Tamar, where you at, sis? I can only imagine how she's feeling right now, and being in the public eye and having your family come out and say all these things about your husband, whether they're true or not. We'll get to that later on. I'm sure it's rough on her, but sis, it's like, come on now. Come on. Where you at? But a part of me do understand it, and a part of me do get it. So yeah. Okay. Towanda Braxton's daughter is getting bullied in school. She said even a little boy hit her in school, and she got this information through Andre, her husband, or her ex-husband now. He called when the mama and Tracey, they were getting their feet and nails done and stuff. And so, she's obviously very upset, and she's gonna take action with the school and everything because they don't seem to be doing nothing. Yeah, I've dealt with that, and I'm dealing with that with like my little cousins who's like, what's their ages? Like 12, 13, and 14 is 4 of them. 2 girls, 2 boys. And yeah, they're dealing, some of them are dealing with the same, thing, and kids are just awful and mean, and that's just one of the reasons I don't want my own children. It's multiple reasons. But I could change my mind as I get a little older. As of right now, hell no. I'm already just seem like it working just to pay bills, and not really having much left over. So, I'm sure a lot of y'all can relate to that. So just bringing a child in right now. First of all, where it's gonna come from? Okay. Anyway, this is a whole other topic. But yeah, I completely understand her frustration and anger. But in the midst of that, she ended up telling us that Andre, her ex-husband, and the father of her 2 kids, left this post on Instagram saying something like, when you think you know them, when you think you figure them out, they always surprise you. Something like that, he said. And basically what it was that Towanda found out that somebody close to her told Andre that she had another man and she was messing around with somebody or seeing somebody. Nobody knows who that is. Ain't no telling. For all I know, it could be Tamar, because Tamar and Towanda seem to kind of be having this constant beef going back and forth. It seemed like Tamar's either having a beef with Tracey or a beef with Towanda, and then Toni just tries to stay out of it, and then Trina just follows along with whoever, usually Towanda. So it just seemed like this kind of like how it is in the sisterhood. But it's just craziness. And he's just being bitter and petty, and they're divorced now, so she has the right to talk to whoever she wants to talk to, and so can he. But it's just a sticky situation because Andre still lives in the house that they have together. And when they was getting ready to get a divorce, Towanda said that she stayed downstairs and Andre stayed upstairs. So now she don't even live in the house no more, but he's still in the house. So it's just very awkward. But then if he was to bring a woman over, she'll be upset. You gonna bring a woman over to my house while I still pay bills and, you know, while my kids around. And so it's just, it's a mess. There's a lot going on, child. I still have not seen Trina on Fix My Life. Not the full episode anyway. I saw a good bit of it. Yeah. It was juicy. It was definitely good. When Ayanla said that y'all girls learned y'all bitterness from y'all mother. Yeah, they hit Trina like a horse, child. You know, Trina was very much so more receptive to it than any of the other ladies would be, because they're obviously very protective over their mother, and you know, it would have been an old nasty battle match if she would have said that to Tracey or Tamar, and even Towanda. I don't think Toni would have did anything. Anyway, so yeah, it's just crazy. They also said that the Braxtons are going on tour. Y'all, I'm all over the place. But they said that the Braxtons are going on tour. Toni originally announced it, but she said that it was Tamar and Tracey. Tracey has a new album coming out, apparently. And, you know, it's been many things going on with Tracey and Tamar and Towanda and Tamar. And, apparently Tracey's no longer on the tour. They say allegedly that Tamar kicked Tracey off the Braxtons tour, and I'm just like, how are you gonna have the Braxtons tour without all 5 Braxtons? We so sick of this shit. Like, y'all really need to get it together, seriously, as a family. Forget, you know, who's mad, who's upset, and whoop to whoop. Y'all all 5 together are the Braxtons. What is the point in going on tour if it's only 2 of y'all gonna show up? What is the point? Now, mind you, obviously, Toni and Tamar have the most product, have the most music out and stuff. But still, it's the Braxtons tour. And it just so happened to be 5 Braxtons. So we want to see all 5 Braxtons. It is crazy. It is crazy the way they go on, I swear. And you just don't know what's scripted and what's not, child. But we're going to go with it. Okay, so back to the show, back to this episode. What else is going on? It left off with Mama Braxton. She was crying and stuff, you know, because, you know, of what she said, and it was like her last cry for help. You know, she's upset about Tamar and all that, obviously. You know, Trina consoling her and everything. Towanda and Trina went out to talk about it. And you know, Tawanda's very nonchalant, you know, about it. It kind of seems like, you know, many people have been saying that Towanda is jealous of Tamar for years. And I'm finally starting to see it somewhat. It seems like she enjoys when Tamar is in some kind of pain or, you know, is going through it. Now, mind you, to be fair, some of that Tamar do deserve, because she's judged everybody and everybody's relationship constantly. And so, you know, sometimes that when that karma hits you, it hits you like a bag of rocks, Charlie. You have all these people that you want to turn to, but you can't, because you all judge them on their shit. So now it's just time for them to judge you, you know. It's petty and it's unfortunate, but it's real life. I think that's another reason why we haven't seen Tamar that much. So, yeah, you know, they went out and talked about it, and Towanda was just like, look, all we can just do is support her and just be there for mommy and whoop to whoop. Meanwhile, we got Tracey. Tracey's son is having a baby. He's 21, Kevin Jr., with his girlfriend. She's a very cute girl. So, you know, Tracey's trying to get her prepared. Tracey and the father's taking him and her to, you know, certain classes to get ready for babies. And I think that's very important for people to do in general. And, you know, it goes to show they really don't know what to do. They've never really held a baby or dealt with a baby before. So, you know, they're all in shock. And, you know, they took a fake baby home. And, you know, it was to represent a real baby. And it does everything that a real baby would do, apparently. So, you know, that was kind of funny seeing that scene. I think it's very important for everybody to have that. Especially if you're young. Like, you should take those kind of classes. You know, because Because it's a difference from like babysitting other people's kids to having your own. Not that much, but it's a difference. So yeah, definitely. What else is going on? So Toni Braxton is married. Well, she's engaged, darling. Toni Braxton is engaged, darling. To Birdman. She told her mama first, and then she told her father on FaceTime, I believe. Secure that bag, Toni Braxton. Smelling like sex and cigarettes. That album is everything. I know you ain't me. Yes. Okay. So anyway, congratulations to Toni Braxton on the engagement. No word when the actual wedding and all that's going to be. Toni is now, in a tug of war with who to work with, Tracys, Towanda, or Tamar. These T's, child, my God. So, that's going to be a mess. And Tamar don't want to work with nobody because she's still upset and whoop to whoop. And, God. I can't. Sometimes I wish I had a, big family or bunch of siblings. But sometimes I'm glad I don't. It's just like, my God. Let's see. What else is going on? Toni took the girls out to eat. And, she was alluding to the fact that she, wanted them to help her plan her wedding. But then she was just like, oh, I want y'all to help. I'm playing Denham's 16th birthday party. I believe that's her oldest son. And it was just like, what? A birthday party? It was just like, what? And then she said she wants to hold it at Tamar's house. Now, Toni, you're messy for that. You know that the girls, you know that your sisters are not getting along right now. Yet you want to throw the party at Tamar's house, meaning Vince's house. Okay? And Tamar don't stay with Vince anymore in that big old house. So it's just really talking about, their backyard is bigger than mine's and all that. And I'm just like, well, Tamar's probably not going to be there. And then when Toni left, the sisters, all the sisters, except for Tamar, obviously, because she wasn't there, but all the sisters and the mama all said that they not going to Vince's house. So you got to cancel them plans, Toni. You got to have his birthday party somewhere else. Why would she? Toni's low key messy. She's low key messy. She's very sneaky and slick with it. And I see you, sis. I'm a Libra just like you is. I see you. I'm beginning Libras. September 28th. You're, in the latter part, Sally. In the middle. Okay. So what else is going on? So to end, Towanda met with their lawyer, Adravius, something. And he said that, look, I know y'all all did the song together. The theme song. Toni, Tracys, Towanda, Trina, Tamar, and Miss April. Teach you a thing or two, Braxton family value. And all that. But he says that, y'all don't own the rights to the publishing of the songs. And, y'all can't get compensated for that. Now, my first thought was, why did they wait after 6 seasons to realize their money wasn't there? See, sometimes this is why you can't work with kinfolk. Sometimes you can't work with family because things like this, people let things slide, people do favors, and then people do sneaky stuff behind your back, and then, they end up getting paid when you didn't know, or, anything could happen. That's why it's always best to get that business together straight. Then you have fun. Then you give the performance of your life, But that business got to be straight first, child. That dotted line, them papers got to be signed. You got to read things. A mess. So Tawanda's like, that the only 2 names that is on the theme song is Vincent and Tamar. And so it's making it seem like Tamar wrote the song and Tamar was the only one that sung on the song. When Towanda said no, me and Tracey helped write that song, and we have not gotten a writer's credit or any kind of compensation from that. But now Vincent owns the song. And, you know, she was telling all the sisters this, and it was interesting to me because Toni was sitting there silent. My intuition is telling me that maybe Toni knew something about it, or maybe they paid Toni off to just be quiet and just be like, okay, sis, we're gonna do this, you know, but here's the mess, but don't tell the other sisters. I'm not saying that Toni is like that, but I mean, I don't put nothing past nobody, and I don't think anybody should, even family. So who knows? But Toni was just like, yeah, she's not in the midst of this, and she's not into it. She was just like, yeah, she was being real politically correct. She was like, yeah, you know, speaking of an artist, you know, it's absolutely right for them to get their money, to get compensated if they did a good job, and whoop to whoop. And I'm just like, shouldn't you be upset about this too? But you see, really on the theme song, you only hear Toni singing. You don't even hear anybody else, not even Tamar. Well, I hear a little Tamar, but you mainly just hear Toni. So, you know, I'm believing that she already got her look cut. Plus, Toni is an executive producer on the show too, I think. So who knows? But I was watching the video online, the little short clip on WeTV on YouTube, and this guy kind of summed it up for everybody, and I would like to read it. So it was in the comment section, darling. Okay, he says, so for those of you who don't understand publishing, in which I don't understand it that much, so you know, I'm learning some things. He says, so for those of you who don't understand publishing, all the sisters had the assumption that they would perform the theme song and receive no compensation. However, if someone after the fact files for publishing rights, they can underhandedly gain full control of the song and ask the commercial use of the song, which can produce revenue each time it's aired on TV. That's why no one has said anything until now, because it was just undercover that he did that without their knowledge. Meaning Vince did that. Now, Vincent Herbert, you built like a broken tree. And if you did that to them girls, you wrong for that. Now the sisters are saying that they don't know if Tamar had anything to do with it, but Tamar's name on it. You know, but Vincent don't tell Tamar a lot of stuff. Yeah, I watched Tamar and Vince since last season. He want Tamar to stay out his business completely. So who knows? Who knows what's going on with the Braxtons? It's just unfortunate to see the kind of the decline of a family. But I'll tell you this. As much as I love the Braxtons and I think they're amazing and so talented, and when they were singing in the in that restaurant, their harmonies, I can't even take it. So talented. I'll tell you this, as much as I love the Braxtons, and as much as I would love to see them live, I'm not paying for no ticket just to see one or two of the Braxtons. If it's the Braxtons, I want to see all of them. I want to hear all of them. I want to hear all their songs they grew up singing in church together. I want to hear a cappella moments. Oh, yes, give me Toni. Yes, give me Tamar. But also give me Party or Go Home. You know, also give me Last Call. You know, also give me Towanda Braxton, whatever she'll be singing. So, yeah. Don't half-ass it, sisters. Don't do that. Don't do that to your diehard fans. Alright. With that said, I'm Mr. Chalaki. Mr. Chalako Google Plus. Follow me at ItsKingsWorld Instagram and Twitter. At ItsKingsWorld89 on Snapchat. And Chase King on Facebook. All my social media moments will be in the bottom bar below. Let's chat, darlings. See you later.